Welcome to Morrigan's Cottage. Morrigan's Cottage is a 200-year-old cottage set in Ireland's beautiful and wild west, sitting on just about 4 acres of land. The land is overgrown and the cottage has started to deteriorate after being left vacant for a number of years. But my name's Aisling, this is my dog Morrigan and my cat Vanya, and together we're going to bring this cottage and land back to its former glory. Follow us along through the surprises, the headaches and successes in bringing back the character to this lovely old home, and in turning the land into a biodiverse cottage garden and home rescue to animals in the future. So in honour of us having the house for 1 year, I thought what I would do is re-upload the very first episode here at Morrigan's Cottage that was previously up but isn't up anymore because the sound, I don't know what happened to it, but the sound went away. So here is the re-upload of episode 1 of Morrigan's Cottage because a lot of people haven't seen it. A lot of people don't know what happened the first time we came down to the house. And since it's exactly 1 year since I purchased the house, I thought we'd re-upload it and show you how the journey began. And very naive, very naive. So this is the kitchen after the first vacuum. It's obviously still not looking great, but the amount of cobwebs everywhere. One of the things that came up in the report is that the walls are all just a little bit bent, but it is 133 years old, so that's kind of to be expected. But just gave here a good clean. Tried to get rid of as many of the cobwebs as possible. But for anyone who lives, I suppose, in the country, you know that where there's one cobweb, there's more. So I cleaned this a little bit the last time we were here on Saturday. And then this is what I want to tackle in a few minutes. But what I'm going to do is give the ground a quick mop after vacuuming, and then we'll move on to that. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've done so far. If we come through here, bring it out to see the back, it's an absolutely stunning day today. It's lovely out, but it is cold. It is very cold. Here is a view of the backyard at the moment. Just stunning. Got the music going, got the coffee going. So first round of mopping done. Hasn't really made much of a difference, but it made a difference to me knowing that the floor has been mopped. So at least the floor will be clean. And then as soon as over here is dry, we're going to tackle here. I've started putting the pink stuff on it, and the grease looks like it is starting to come away, so that is good news. The dishwasher, or the washing machine even, I don't know if that works. It came with the house. It's like the only appliance that came with the house. Looks pretty raggedy and old, so it will be replaced, but I suppose I'll probably clean the front, and then once the back wall is clean, I'll clean down the presses. Have to be very careful. This wire here is for the oven and it is live, but obviously there is no oven there. So yeah, we have to be very careful of that. Into the living room, the plan of action for today is literally just to vacuum the floor. I might try hoover down the couches. These also came with the house. They will eventually be going. I already have a couch that I want to bring down, but just for now, they're perfect here. Clean the coffee table. The stove was already cleaned. My dad came down on Saturday and did that. So he did a decent enough job at cleaning that. Here's the inside. So he did notice that the grate is broken, so that's not obviously ideal. It is a back boiler stove, so it connects to the radiators in the house. Don't know how to use it. Obviously you light the fire and then it heats the water for the radiators, and if you want to have a bath, I suppose, anything like that. But I don't know how to use it, so we won't be lighting that today. So fingers crossed it won't get too cold. But we do have some fire logs, and they did leave us some wood. And here's the fireplace. So yeah, the previous owners said that the radiator switch, there's a switch by the boiler that has to be on. But we're not 100%. There's a couple switches there. And she said that if you have the fire going and the switch isn't on for the radiators, the back boiler can explode, which scares me. And because it's just me down today at the house, hopefully we'll not need to light a fire. I would also like to get the windows cleaned today, but I don't know. We might run out of daylight. It's coming up. Actually, it's only about 1, let's see. It is not even 1 o'clock yet. It feels like it's been a long day. I left Dublin at, 5:30 a.m. What a nice view though. I'm not gonna open this right now. One of the keys is missing, so we just have it tied up for now. But here is the view. There is just under 4 acres. There's a stables over here to the left. We have a kind of treed section. You can't really see it. I'll bring you over here. There is a little tree section. You still can't really see it, but there's a tree section that surrounds a pond. The land itself goes right down. See that fence line there? That is kind of marks off the neighbor's property on the left. And then that row of trees right down the end, that is where the land ends. So lots of space for animals and growing and all that good stuff. So if you go just off the living room, in here is the master bedroom. It looks smaller in video, but it's actually quite a bit bigger. This is a mattress that came with the house, but there's a hole in it, and my worry is that there has or previously were mice in it. So that is going. I think I'm going to drag that outside to the sheds. There's the last owners left a lot of kind of crap out there. So that will have to be cleared up. There will need to be a skip at some point, probably some point soon. But yeah, so this is going to be the master room. We'll need new radiators and everything like that, but it's a decent size. Definitely will fit a king size bed in here is the plan. And then there's the link up to the attic there. So that is the master. And this is part of the original house. So you can see the thickness of the walls is huge. At some point, I think in pre-60s, someone added on the back extension to the house. The back gets the sun, so the back part of the house is actually the warmest part. So this bedroom, and then I can't bring it over at the moment because the ground is wet, but there is a bedroom just behind the kitchen. I'll cut to that in a minute. That I missed a bunch of cobweb up there. I'm gonna get that. But there's like a small bedroom that's actually going to be a study just behind this kitchen area, kind of down that hallway, and then through that door just over by the radiator. That leads to the bathroom and the second bedroom. So I will cut to those in just a minute. So when you come just from the kitchen, this is the old part of the house. So this is the cold part of the house. It's north facing. So this is the bathroom. It's actually not too bad. Tub needs a good scrub. Everything just needs a really good clean in here. Oh God, there's spiders everywhere. But aside from needing a good clean, shower works. We tried that, and then there's another entrance to the attic up there. I'd like to close that. It kind of freaks me out, so I might get that done. And then this is the smaller bedroom that I had talked about, just because it has a bed frame in it. Oh, it's a bit cold though. So I do plan on coming in here later, but I have the new mattress set up and it's just a single on the box. It is quite cold in here at the moment. Here is the view from this window. It's actually so nice. It's really, really nice. No light bulb in at the moment. I meant to pick light bulbs up at the store, but I didn't. Currently don't have a car. This property is about a 10-minute drive from the nearest town. And while I was waiting to kind of get the mortgage done, I couldn't apply for a car, so that the mortgage kind of took precedent. But you can see it's just so much brighter in here. Floor is still a tiny bit wet, but yeah, so the car is next, but they do have it's like a Hackney service rather than a taxi service, so I got that today, and that's what I'll be doing for the next few weeks until I sort out the car. But yeah, so this is it. And then this little room here is the utility room. It does have a dryer in here. Don't know if it works. I don't even know if it's plugged in, to be honest with you. There is a light there, but I don't know where the switch is for that. Lots of flies trying to come in through that window. The window looks like it has a crack in it. It's not totally broken, but it looks like maybe one of the panels is. There's some like wooden stuff like that, hangers that was left in there, and then obviously this is for the chimney. Work does need to be done in here because there is holes where the roof here meets the proper part of the cottage, so that will need to be at least temporarily fixed as soon as possible. That sounds like something I'm gonna try get my dad to do. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing right now. Gonna take a quick pause and have some lunch. Haven't eaten yet today. 2 coffees, no actual food. Oh god, it's awful back there. You can't see it, but it's that will be a later on job. This is how it looks before attempting to clean it. Okay, final update of this trip, hopefully. So got all this clean, not the floor, but at least the tiles on this side. Need to still do all over there. Oh god, it was just my phone charger. So there's a mouse or mice that decided while I was trying to light the fire, it came up and it looked at me, and then down this hallway here, it's been running back and forth kind of along there, but mostly seems to be staying in the room behind there. I don't know if it's the same mouse or if it's many mice. Needless to say, I was aware that there was probably going to be mice in the house, but in thought, it's very different when you're here. So a minute ago, the mouse came from under here, and it popped out to say hello, and then it ran back towards that room down there, which is where the duvet for the bed is. So I had to go in, and it was standing on the windowsill. But I could hear it moving around. So that's where I left it. I closed the door. Now it can get out through the way they piped the walls. There's holes everywhere, so it can get all over the house. I did turn everything off in there, and I'm hoping, because it's dark and quiet, the mice or mouse will eventually just make its way back into there. That's the update. Everything was going really well. And now I feel like for like the last 2 hours, I've just been on Mouse Watch. I haven't even bothered having dinner or anything, because I just, I'm just waiting to see the mice again, really. I really hope it just stays away. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer. Again, mice, not unexpected. Actually, the neighbours stopped by. The neighbours are great. They're really, really friendly and very happy that someone has moved into the house, because it's been vacant for a long time, and they're just really happy to have people here. But good morning from the cottage. It is a bit condensation-y in here. It's a bit cold outside. Last night was interesting. Obviously, there was that little expected but unexpected visitor from the mouse, which there was a few tears after that, and a few, have I made a mistake buying this house? Not because there's a mouse, but just there's a lot of work, and you kind of second guess yourself. And I mean, really, who doesn't buy a house and then wonder, at some point? So I had that moment last night. But then the neighbours called in, and they brought 3 big bags of turf and wood for me to burn, which was very nice. And they invited me to breakfast this morning. I have to say, the neighbours are fantastic. So that makes things a lot better. But yes, there was a little bit of panic last night, but we're feeling a little bit better today. We're going to try to get this fire going. It is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But I have my cup of coffee, and we're going to get ready to go.